こんばんちゃん。こんばんちゃん。Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm gonna take a sip of water immediately. I'm sorry for being a little late again. Nom, 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 nom. I am sipping water. Hello, Hassan Buster. Hello, Thomas. Hello, Husky. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys again. I'm so excited about today's game. Today we are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I've played only a tiny little bit of the Stanley Parable before. I've played the demo, and I have no idea what this game is. What is the deal with this game? I have no idea. It's so weird. It's weird, it's wacky, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna tune up my mic a little for talking because I guess it was a little quiet yesterday, and I'm testing. But I think it's better now. My mic is kind of, sometimes it's peaking, sometimes it's super quiet, so you guys tell me if the sound is good or if it's off, and then I will fix it. But I'm super excited about the Stanley Parable today. You can probably see already that I'm doing the same thing that we did when we played A Story About My Uncle, which is the lighting. So it's very I'm excited to see how this game how the lighting in this game works. I'm very happy to finally be playing this game because I've heard so many good things about it. I've heard that it's amazing. A lot of people, I've seen a few people play it, and they seem to have a great time with the game. So I hope that we will have a time just as great as they did. And yeah, I'm glad to see you guys all here again. Thank you again for coming. It's a little bit of a weird time, today, but I wanted to try out this time for streaming. I thought that maybe it'd be nice, so a lot of people should be able to watch, time zone wise, given that they don't have other responsibilities, of course. So I kind of wanted to open it up for everyone and see if that worked well. So yeah. You have to stay inside all week since you have the COVID. Yeah, that's too bad, but make it cozy at home, okay? Just make it cozy at home. Woo, yeah, if you will. Roar X3 perhaps. Ara if you so desire. I mean, I'm gonna take some meds again. I'm so sorry. I keep not doing that before stream, which is really dumb, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm sorry. I have to chew on them again. It's gonna be quiet for a few secs. I shouldn't say it like that. For a few seconds. Few seconds, okay? Do with those seconds what you will. Okay. Got him. You officially moved! Yay, congratulations! Oh, unpack books. Yeah, books. I love books. There are a lot of silverfish in your apartment and they love paper. Yeah, I had that problem before too. A lot of them, in my previous spaceship. Right now it's fine, but they terrify me too, so I really hope that you kind of get rid of them. I have the special spray. If you spray it in front of your door and like in the creeks, they don't enter your house as much. I have found, and I mainly keep as many holes closed as you possibly can. That's probably the best advice that's out there against silverfish. You have the spray. Good. Spray them to death. Binge watching movies for the week. Yeah, that's a good idea. You have someone you're on the list that you've been wanting to watch for a while. You're gonna be watching. It's still hot in here. It's less hot than it was yesterday night, but it's still hot. It's just hot. Well, it's kind of humid, and it makes me so tired. Just this heat makes me so tired and like slow and just bleh. I don't know. I don't like this weather because it's so hot inside. After stream I'm gonna take a shower, I think. So I might cool down a little like that if I take a colder shower. I have to shower in the dark though because I didn't get my lamp fixed yet, and the lamp in my bathroom is broken, so I have to shower in the dark. Oh, it's cold in the UK. Cloudy and a cold breeze. That'd be nice. It's still hot in here, and my spaceship is still hot and humid-ish, so that also attracts silverfish, like a humid environment. So I've had them more lately than I had them during winter, just because it's been kind of humid here, so they show up more. Shower by candlelight. That's actually a very good idea. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I will put candles in my shower or in my bathroom so I can shower by the light of the candles. I wouldn't add some mood to the room. But I'm all by myself, so oh well. Oh, you will watch Lord of the Rings. Oh, about that, I was actually talking about Lord of the Rings with my star uncle, who recommended it to me because we were talking about books, And hi, hello, women! welcome. We're just getting started. Just talking for a bit before we started boot up the game. But I was talking about my about books with my star uncle. And he was like, "Oh, have you read Lord of the Rings?" And I was like, "No, I haven't ever read it, but I'm getting into fantasy books more recently, like fantasy or like books that have magic elements in them." And he was like, "Oh, you should read Lord of the Rings and also watch the movies, but read the books first." But he said the movies are a very good adaptation of the books. So I'm excited to read the Lord of the Rings books. He told me to ask him when I was ready for reading them. I actually don't have anything to read right now, so maybe I'll ask him. I'll just text him. I'll be like, yo, you still got those Lord of the Rings books for me? I want to read them now. So maybe I'll do that now that I finished my book, the one that I was reading. But I really want to watch the movies too. I know that my brother Star has seen the movies, and my Mama Star has seen them. Yeah, I think my Papa Star too, but I'm not too sure. I haven't ever seen the movies. I've seen scenes from it when my brother and my mama were watching it together at home. I've seen it then, but that's about it. Alright. Speaking of movies, shall we get into the game? It's not a movie, but it feels like it is very gamey, movie-y. It's a movie-ish game. Let's get there. Alright, we're here. I'm not too sure if it's gonna be like a very quiet game, but let's put the time right. It's 4:15 p.m. 4:15. Confirm. 4:15 p.m. your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? Okay, this needs some explanation. I booted up the game before just to check if it worked, like I always do, and it asked me for the time, and I just put in like the default time. I was like boop, and then I booted up again today, and I was like, should I get the time started already? So I filled in the time, and then it talked to me. The game, it was like, oh, that's an honest time. I thought you would just leave the default time on, like you might have done last time, but given that you're giving me a true time now, maybe last time you didn't lie to me. I was like, I did lie, but you don't need to know that. And then it told me like next time, and just put in your favorite time. I was like, okay, whatever. And I closed the game because then I was like, oh, maybe a conversation like this would be fun to have on stream too. So I wanted to stream it too, but now it's telling me like, oh, is this your favorite time? Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious. How accurate 4:15 p.m. is? Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 4:15 p.m.? That's quite accurate. Not entirely, but a few minutes off now. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. An endless game, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of intense, huh? I feel like I'm gonna raise the volume by a lot because the sounds aren't too loud. And I don't think it has music or a lot of music, but I'll check and you guys tell me if the sound is too loud or too quiet, as usual. You love the Stanley parable?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was
That's
simple.
us.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard.
Just like
Orders
what
came
I
to
am
him through a
doing.
monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every
very,
month
very boring.
of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
Was he really? Was
And then
he really?
one day, something very peculiar happened.
Bum, bum, bum.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
My life.
Something he would never quite
no.
forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Very sus.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Ah, yeah, freedom. Freedom, freedom. Oh, this is a very quick. Oh my. Can I pick up the mug? Can I crouch? No. Can I do anything? Can I jump? No. I just walk. Okay. I just walk.
All of his co-workers were gone.
How's
What did it mean?
the sound, by the way?
Stanley
Can you all
decided to
hear
go to the
narrator
meeting
good?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps.
No matter how hard
missed
Stanley
a
looked,
memo.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Nope. Who farted? Not me. Number one dad. Aw, that's cute. I hate Monday. Same. This is such an office. I like work. I just hate my boss. Maybe you shouldn't carry that around at work. But okay, whatever you say, mama. Wait, let me quickly fix something. Oop, we're back. The lighting thing wasn't working, but now it is. Look, now the light thing is adapting to what is happening in the room, and I'm fitting right in. Okay. Is this back to where we came from? No. Gary.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh yeah, I want to see the employee lounge. Can I go in here? No, door's locked. Okay. I'm gonna quickly see if I can edit the controls just a little. Because... oh, we can jump with space. Interact with E. Oh. Crouch with control. Let's crouch with C. Auto walk. No, this is fine. Can we set the sensitivity maybe? It's a little lower. Because I feel like it's a little too intense for me. This is better. The camera sensitivity was just like bam, 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 bam. I was like, oh my gosh. But it's fine.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Yes.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Wait, let me... oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I just need to edit the settings just a little. Oh, this is fine. Auto walk. Enables additional walk input. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. This is fine. Let's just resume the game. Okay. You know everything about the game, so you could help me?
Really,
okay, if I
really
need
worth
help,
it
I will
being here
ask,
in the
okay?
room.
Well,
So
we're gonna
utterly
find out together
captivating
first.
that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Look!
Really worth it.
Fuel! Wait, I'm gonna edit. I didn't know you needed to hold the button, so I'm gonna set crouch to... shift. That's easier. I'm sorry for the control thingies, but... Look, fuel!
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy.
Shut up!
Reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Shut
It's
up!
possible that this is why everyone left.
No! That is so mean. That is so mean. I'm sorry, I'm just working on my settings, but I feel like my mic is also a little
Stanley
loud.
sat around waiting for more dialogue.
No,
When
I
a long
wasn't.
time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
No,
But
shut
at last,
up.
head had enough of the amazing room and
Shut
took the
up.
first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nah. Now what if I don't? What is this place?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
The narrator is a savage. Yeah, he's kind of mean, but I like the voice. The voice is very nice. What is this? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift is $5,000. Penalty for misuse.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Should I?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Whee!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you're very powerful.
Thank you.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We're
What could
back
it
at the
mean?
beginning.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That was fun. We're in control
When
here.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
me
this
go
was
back.
not the correct way to the meeting room,
I
and
would have done
Stanley
the
knew
same.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Let's get back
just
to
to
the
admire
room
it.
where we were.
Wow, yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
Why do
it's
all the
incredible
doors
he wasn't
close
5
behind
years
me, though?
ago.
Why do all the doors behind me close?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Are you?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
I've got
I'm
chat
not asking
here.
for me, I'm asking for her.
For
This
her.
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Her. Do we
She's
have a
been
lover?
waiting.
Where is she? Do we have a lover? What do we miss? Hello? Why? Ah!
That's her, Stanley.
Pick up. Hello? Wow, this is white. Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Yes!
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh my god!
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Oh, I
They'd want to
hope
commit
so,
their
at
life to
least.
you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
Fuck
Come
you.
inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Are we just in a simulation? Oh my god, that is I don't like this.
This is a very sad story about the
What?
death of a man named Stanley.
No, 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 no. Good morning, employee 427. Press Q on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him.
Oh no,
and
she's
every
gonna
button that
kill
he
me.
pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
What? Please press T.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now
Let me
he's
out of
pushing
here.
a button. Now he's eating lunch.
No!
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for
Touch
him,
the wife.
except that he's chosen this life.
Press F.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Oh, really?
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder
Sure
that none of
squishy.
it would ever happen to him.
Press V to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his
Where's
own
the
job.
TV then?
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers,
Is this
his
just
boss, everyone
our
in the
imagination?
building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The
It's
thought
just a dream.
excited him terribly.
Press Q to spend time with the boys.
So he went further.
Let's
he imagined
go.
that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
She's gonna tell us
mere
the story.
thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to
I want to
behold.
spend time with the boys. Press Z to prepare dinner.
As he wandered
That's
through
right.
this
What?
fantasy world,
The kitchen
he
is
began to fill it
gone!
with many possible paths and destinations.
There was a
Down
kitchen
one path
here.
lay an enormous round room with monitors and
Bro,
mind controls.
I look away
Down
for a
another was a
second and
yellow
there's a...
line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
What? Press G to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and
What
then
is
again,
going on?
and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Can I please?
Surely there's an answer down some new path,
Please,
mustn't
let
there
me
be?
out.
Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press R to tell your wife you love her. Baby, I love you.
But there is no answer.
What?
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
My
The
wife!
longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
My wife! My wife!
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer.
What?
That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Bro, is this
He
game
won't listen to
good?
me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'm not doing it. What do you want me to do? Oh, we have the I hate Mondays mug. Do we wait forever? Maybe we do. Beep, 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 beep. We can't even go into this room. What? We're gonna be stuck here forever. Okay, I'll press Y.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see?
What
How can I
is
make him look at
going on?
himself?
Hello, Takanashi Jonah. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Please press L to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
I
But I
question
don't make the
nothing.
rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. maybe this time.
Maybe this time.
And I tried again.
What?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Are we dead? We are dead!
All of his co-workers were gone.
Come
What could it mean?
on!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh my god. We just died because we didn't listen to the narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Art. In another room. 413. Oh, hello. Tips for
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What is this? How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out. Oh! Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. What? That doesn't make sense. If everyone is unique, then no one is unique, right? Numbers of slides on this slide. Charts, slides, charts, and slides. What? Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. What is going on? Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts. Please, I'm begging, stop. What is this? What do people want? Things, money, more money, happy feelings. Violet, James, you are fired. What? No! Grabs? What are your dreams for the future? Comatose. Well, not really. Pollution. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less, do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. To do. Synergize core value expenditures. Monetize free to play. But it is no longer free to play. What's going on? What's this game even about? Get Chris out of the broom closet. Who's Chris? Oh. Hi, Chris.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Chris. Chris. Chris.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Chris. Is that a knife? What is this?
It
Chris!
was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom
Oh,
closet.
shut up, you.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to
trying to
interact
get
with, he'd
Chris
be
out of
justified in some way. As coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Or not. Yo. What is this? Fire hose.
But
Car!
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His
Nobody
boss
is
would think he
here.
was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Nah.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
1, 2,
For
B,
example,
4.
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind
That's
him
what
wherever
I was
he went?
asking just now.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they
1,
simply
2, 3,
repeating?
4.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last,
Oh, no.
he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
It is
He
a
just hadn't
simulation.
found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
I'm dreaming!
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
We're gonna die again,
His
huh?
co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
We're gonna
He wasn't
die
crazy after
again.
all. And he thought to himself,
We're gonna
I suppose
die
I'll wake
again.
up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons.
Okay.
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, we're flying!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley
Stars.
marveled that he had still not woken up.
Look at
How
that!
was he remaining so lucid?
Star friends!
And then perhaps the strangest question of
Star
them all
friends,
entered
still here.
Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming
is
about a
going on?
voice describing me, thinking about how it's
Oh,
describing my
thoughts.
thoughts, he thought.
What?
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of
Are
course,
you still flying?
this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
What?
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Okay.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to
No,
wake
no, no,
up.
no!
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
I'm not sure if I like this.
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
I'm not sure if I like this.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm
Let
through
me
with
wake
this
up,
dream.
please.
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
just want to push buttons.
I want my
Can
apartment
I push your buttons?
and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Doubt, but okay.
I am okay.
Am I really? I'm just back here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake
Oh
me
my
up.
gosh.
My name is Stanley.
No!
I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
I am
Please,
real.
just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be.
What
Can
is
anyone
going
hear my
on?
voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What? Are we dead yet again?
This is the story of a woman named
What?
Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
What?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What?
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments,
We're
she
dead.
considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and
Just
in a
a second,
certain
I'm
way,
quickly gonna
seeing
fix
this
something
man
in the
made her
meantime.
feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Just quickly, I need to fix something. Something. Just quickly, I'm fixing something, which is why I am gone. But hi, Purple Hex, welcome. Good to see you again. You're not too late. Don't worry about it. You're not too late. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to fix something in the lighting thingy, but I can't find it. That's kind of embarrassing, huh? Let me... come on! The stream is scuffed again today. That's okay, It's okay, but I want to fix it still. I feel like my eyes are not properly adapting to the light, which is something that I want to fix. But oh yeah, I found it. Okay, I found it. We're all good. I'm gonna return. I'm gonna come back. I'll be back in a sec. Look at that. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Here I am again. Now my eyes are properly lit up. I still need to
All
get
of his
used to the
co-workers
whole,
were gone. What could it
lighting
mean?
thingy.
Stanley decided to go to the
I
meeting
can't.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So we just have to listen to this man all the time?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. We are here. Whoa, white.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's go to the
Coming to a
boss's office,
staircase,
then.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
My boss's office. Yo, that's a big office. Executive bathroom. Oh. I got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Can we go to the toilet? Push it with the homies? No. Use your soap! At least he has soap and a towel. Okay. I don't like the doors closing behind me. It's very, very weird. Can I do the receptionist's work? No. Can't really do anything besides walk?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Play the
Shocked,
piano.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Oh! The bookcase was, or just the oh, hello, light. Para, 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 para. Alright, going down. Next scene! Did we make it out of this place alive?
Descending deeper
For
into
the first
building,
time?
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was
What
a
is
stirring
going
of
on in this
emotion in
game?
his chest,
I
as
don't
though he
even
felt
know
more free to think for himself, to
what to
question the
say
nature of his job.
about this game because
Why
I
did he
have no
feel this
idea
now,
what is going
when for
on.
years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Would it not now?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I want to escape. Bye.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Never mind. Bye-bye.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Or should we go in there? Escape? Is he lying to us? Is he telling us the truth? An idea.
The lights rose on an
lights.
enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh,
What
God.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Oh, no.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Hello? Oh, I can go here. I don't know how to feel about this room. I don't know how to feel about this room.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
Fire?
revealed. Each
Fire?
bore the number of an employee in the
Whoa.
building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in
What?
this place where freedom meant nothing.
427. Wait, what was our number again? 427? Oh, we're being monitored all the time? What is
This
this?
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
What is
Had
going
Stanley really
on?
been under someone's control all this time? Was this
Oh,
the only reason he was
under the
happy with his
narrator's
boring
control.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
Hello?
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
No.
control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
No.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Apparently.
But here was the
What
proof,
is
the
this?
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
What?
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once
Okay.
and for all.
We shall. Mind controls, idle awaiting input. No. We shut it off. Off. Okay. That terrified me. Am I dead?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Am I dead?
Was it over?
Is this the sweet release of death?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Was it really?
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay
Oh,
unsolved.
very slowly.
Where
it's
had his
opening.
co-workers gone?
Oh.
How had he been
Oh.
freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this
What?
strange building hold?
I have
As
no idea
sunlight
what's going
streamed into
on.
the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
I am once again
what to do, or
fixing
how
the
to
lighting.
feel. Whatever
It's gonna
life
be
he
okay.
lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Are we? Is this the end of the game? Did we win?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation. the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Was this it?
This was exactly the way, right now, that
I
things
don't
were
think
meant
so.
to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Still. I feel like this is not how it's supposed to be. Beat the game. I got an achievement called beat the game. No, that can't be right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What?
What could it mean?
It's a different
Stanley
office.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's an entirely different... Oh, wait, no. Huh?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Whoa, we're back here.
Yet there was not a single
Okay.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I am upstairs. In the boss's office. Oh, what's
Stepping
behind
into
the
his manager's
fireplace?
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Sorry,
That kind
mister.
of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Okay. I'm still not satisfied with the lighting.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
Gonna edit it
Stanley
again?
calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I'm so sorry. This stream is so scuffed. But I want the lighting to be good at least. It's not too well, I'm afraid. I think this is better, and then I can. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It will get better. Bright light in my face. Okay. We go back down, but do we leave it on now? Hi, Dragon the Hedgehog! Welcome, welcome! Welcome, welcome! Good to see you, good to see you. Welcome, welcome! Hello, hello. We're playing the Stanley Parable today. Thank you for subscribing. We're playing
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're playing the Stanley Parable and I have no idea what's going on. Do I just not turn it off now?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, we go here again. Para 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 para. Show
Now
me the cameras
monitors jumped
yet
to life,
again.
their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Were we 247? Because we're there. Oh, it's just
This
the
mind control
jars.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Mind
Had Stanley
control
really been under
facility.
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to
Are
accept
none of
it
us
blindly?
actually happy? Are we all? But
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
do I
Had he
not
truly
turn it off
spent
then?
his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Do I not? Do I not turn it off? Maybe.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
Oh wait.
Walking, eating, working.
Live?
All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink
There's a
in,
button
Stanley decided
with
that
a
this
big
machinery
5
would
on it?
never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Ooh.
For he
1,
would dismantle
2.
the controls once and for all.
1. 2. Hello. 1. Come on. 2. What is this? Console disabled. Maybe we have to turn it on so we can play with it. You do that. Turn it on. Mind controls idle awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yeah, I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave.
No.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine.
But
You are the star.
1, 2, 3,
it's
4.
your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Wait, can I-
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But
3.
what precious
Button 3.
moments each
Button
one of
3.
them is.
Button 3.
More time
Button
to
3.
talk about you, about me, where we're going,
3, 3, 3, 3.
what all this means.
3,
I
3, blue.
barely know where to start.
3. 3.
What's that?
3.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
3.
A moment
Blue.
of solace before you're
Boy.
obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
What do I do?
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you
What?
free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
No.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone
3 is
inside,
blue.
or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though,
is blue.
this version of events has been rather amusing.
3 blue.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
What is going
I'm
on?
sure whatever I come up with on
What
the
is
next
going
go-round
on?
will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
I don't know
Oh,
what
dear
to
me,
do.
what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yeah.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button,
No.
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything,
Stop.
something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No. This man, he is just mocking
You're
us.
in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye,
Take a look at the
employee
clock, Stanley.
427.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30
No!
seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
2,
Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me.
3,
All a
3,
part of
3,
the
3,
joke.
3, 3,
And believe
3.
me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life
4.
from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Meow. I couldn't do it. No! What do I do? What? Back here again?
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How
Oh.
amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
I'm not sure if I like the narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
There's
Feeling
no
a
one
wave
here.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find and coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
All by myself.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Oh my gosh, it's
Kill
just opening it
surprise.
for free for me. Thank you. Very kind. All by myself. Don't wanna be. What do I do in this game? Wait, this is a different area. Yeah.
Stanley
Oh,
walked
wait,
straight ahead
no,
through the
just
large
kidding.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
What if I go here after all?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Will I really? Really?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Really?
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted
Yes.
effort to walk forward
'Cause I
and
feel like I
willingly
have to
confront
see
his death.
what's going on? What is there? A very deep fall. And we're dead. Okay, he was right after all. Was he? Oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh no.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and
Oh,
closer
no!
to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
No!
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real
No!
story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
No.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
No.
Farewell, Stanley.
I don't want to die. Goodbye. Ayo.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator,
Oh.
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In
Another
a single
narrator.
visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
Very
killing him
good.
instantly.
No. Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes
What?
before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What? Yeah, that's kind of true.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
Yo, it's
death
white in
becomes
here.
meaningless, making
me-
life the same. Do you see
Let
now?
me fix the
Do you
lighting
see
yet
that
again.
Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? We were dead all along. I was dead all this time. All this time we have been dead. We have been dead all this time, really? Scary. Scary. Let me fix something. Yet again. Once more, I fix something. I try my best. I want to fix the lighting once more. I want to fix the lighting once more. I have to fix it once more. And then we're all good. It's the last time, I hope. I can't promise anything. But this is very, very white. Oh my gosh. Look at the lighting here. It's insane. Such a white room. Are you good? The office? What is this? Where's the map? Oh! This is a map of the room. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first path of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered through development through the core layout, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Yo! That's kind of fun! Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. The 2 doors. The set of the 2 open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parables design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Ah, interesting. Flying cabinets. Office computers. Oh. Goodbye. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when the buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Ooh, I like this one. Cute. A cute sound. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. It's like a museum. Like a museum. A war zone. What? Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Ah. I see. They had a lot of ideas for this game, huh? This, narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Instrument. How do you type with boxing gloves on? What? What do the lights in the control room do? I really want to know. Ah. Weird. I don't understand this game. What's going on? The office? What is this? Oh, the apartment timer. Right. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Ah. Cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Oh. 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 One option, 2 options. Is this just an illusion of choice? Oh, there's a vent to the maintenance room. The flow of the hallways following the first 2 doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Or is this heaven? Are we actually dead? Do we get to see the insides of the game now? Is this what happens when you die? You get to see like the inside of the game called life. The levers were originally part of this ending. Whew. I see. Zending model. Oh, the Zending model. We haven't been here. Are we just gonna escape menu? Huh. Huh. Do we monitor room, elevator, countdown room, countdown desk? One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Oh, freedom ending. We got that. Is this heaven? Is this heaven? Game design mock-up. The level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game. Ah. Why are there 3 of these? From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. Oh. Oh, it's been designed a little differently. It got more cluttered throughout the years. That's kind of what happens to rooms anyway, huh? I'm always surprised at how much stuff one can gather throughout the years. Like when I moved spaceships, I had a very small spaceship before. I still don't live in like a super big spaceship right now, but I had a very small one before. And when I moved out, I was surprised by how much stuff I had. Trailers. Huh. I was surprised by how much stuff one can have in just a small space. But so I'm not surprised that the desk got more cluttered throughout the years. That's kind of like a natural occurrence, I would say. Oh, these are the emails. Where do I go? This is still, it's like a museum. Oh, we came from this place, but we can go the other way. See what is here. Office clock. Boss's office. This. Mind control. Underground. Oh.
This party for him, for all his button pushing. Does that sound plausible to you?
Oh. Oh.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively.
That they put the lines in that they didn't put in, you know? Like these are the lines that we did not put in the game and then they put in into the game. I feel like that's kind of cool. Oh, what do we have here? Do we go here now?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Oh.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Yeah. Oh no!
Listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose.
We'll do it. I'll do it. Did I do it right? Did I do it right?
This is the...
I don't think I did.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Did I do it wrong?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I don't
Perhaps
know
he'd
what to
simply missed a
do.
memo.
No content.
Oh, new content?
Maybe I did do
What
it
does
right.
that mean, new content?
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no. Into the darkness we go. Swooped off. Wait a minute. Where are we?
Hello, and
Oh.
thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, thank
As
you.
you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yes.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a
Okay.
reimagining of the game for consoles and
Pretty.
home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable,
Okay.
delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
Oh,
is
well,
this
this sounds delightful.
Oh.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay.
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
Oh, come on.
Not special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I'm just gonna take us to the room. Hello?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
New content. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see
I have
the
to say,
sun.
initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Oh, come on.
It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Other side. Give me the content.
All right.
Jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Jump, 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 jump. Can we take a rest here? No, we can't. We can only jump in the circle. Woo! It's not even a trampoline, it's just a circle. You're back. Oh, you saw the elevator now. I thought that you were playing Half-Life 2 for some reason. No, 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 it's still Stanley Parable.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Okay, let's finish it. I just can't jump anymore. Okay. Okay, let's see. Elevator again.
Goodness, another elevator.
It's just a
Stanley,
big,
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
My initial
it's just elevators and
impressions
jumping.
of you are not
Is
very
this what
positive,
passes for
Mr.
exciting
Narrator.
new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content.
Okay,
And
I get
oh,
it.
wait. There's more.
But wait,
Very
there's
good.
more.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever
Okay.
it is.
Okay. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on
I
this?
love this.
I'm
Hi, John.
infuriated and I'm offended.
Welcome,
I
welcome.
intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally personally accountable.
We're gonna cancel them
It's
on
my
Twitter.
fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
That's some
If you're
nice
still with
1,000
me,
hours
why
of
don't we just
content.
reset
Yes.
the game,
Very
and
good
we'll
game.
try to
10
get
out of
back to
10.
what
Game
the
of the
Stanley
year.
Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Like always, I just met
What
you
do you
today.
say, friend?
Oh. We don't even get to answer. It's just like, whoop. Dang, 16 times the detail, yeah.
Psst.
Oh.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. Coffee nut? Okay. What? Did you kill me? Narrator kinda sus, being in the vent.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Okay.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh, yo.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
That is pretty.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences
Pretty.
like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, that is
You see,
cute.
Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
No.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Oh, wait.
Oh, the waste.
Good times. A trip down memory lane. Huh! This is cute. This is like a very cute house. British Academy Award. New video game releasing today. Creator surprisingly down to earth. Stanley Parable deals through tough choices. Oh, this is so nice.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art.
With the
Stanley
dollar
Parable
reference of
strives
SpongeBob
and then
and Mr.
succeeds
Krabs'
to be
first
every
dollar?
game
Maybe.
ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them.
Skyrim.
And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
Oh, come on.
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
No, we're fine. What's down here? Memory zone maintenance. Ah, okay. What it looked like the beginning. Person of the year. That's Stanley. Oh look, it's Stanley and the woman who found her dead body and we died before. I don't remember her name. What else do we have? The end is never the end is never the end.
Here's
is never
another
the end.
moving passage, this time from
Oh.
GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices
just
I've
praising
ever
the
been
game
confronted
now?
with in a game.
Carpet
9 out of 10.
textures?
Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just
The
needed to be
programming
left
stuff?
alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust
Be
in the
left
hallowed hall
alone.
of beloved video game memories.
Just needed to be left alone. Can I move these? The serious room. Let me into the serious room. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. I can't go in. Can I not? can't go in. Can't go in here either.
These were simpler times,
Maybe.
Stanley.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Oh.
What's this? What's down here? Oh,
This
no.
reminds me of
God,
Nier
no.
Automata.
Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Uh-oh.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
It's like the bottle finding quest in Life is Strange. You see any bottles, tell me. Not recommended.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy?
Uh-oh.
Stanley?
Preachy!
I'm not preachy, am I?
Preachy!
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well,
Maybe
to be
I
honest,
will
I had
preachy.
always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Rather
You can't know
terse.
how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well,
Oh, come
I always
on.
thought it did.
Poor
Maybe it
narrator.
wasn't. Oh dear.
What
What
an
an
awful
awful
memory.
memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise
You have to be
unimpeachable track
realistic,
record.
dude. Come on.
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
No, you're fine.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
It's fine.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip
I wish
button.
there was a skip button. Oh
A
no.
skip button?
A skip button.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't
Can we
hurt.
swim?
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
is this?
I'd do
Oh,
anything for
door.
the customer, Stanley. Yes, a
Let
skip
me
button
in.
we shall have.
Let me in yet again.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot.
Oh.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes,
What?
but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's...
Goodbye.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
It's been a week.
Or 2 weeks.
Goodbye. Wait.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after
Oh
a
my
year.
gosh,
Have
it's
you
been so
ever
long.
sat down in one...
Bye. He's no longer talking. The narrator did. Did we kill him? Did we kill the narrator? The narrator did. Is he dead? What's the beeping?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoan,
Where
they
are the
scream,
jokes?
they gnash.
Bye. I just skip. Well, what do I do now? The plan is dead and the clock's on the floor.
Is never the end, 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 is never the
Are
end.
you okay? I don't think the narrator is okay. He's like an extrovert, huh? He needs other people to talk to. Where he can find peace. Oh boy. Oh no. Uh-oh, well, the skip button is still there. Light from outside. We walk over the rubble. What can we do? Just skip again. Skip ahead. Oh, it's so green and beautiful now. Hi, Rai! Hello! I'm doing well. We're just chilling. We're playing the Stanley Parable. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm doing well. I'm chill. How about you? How are you feeling? How are you doing? Played some more Phasmo after our collab. Oh my god, I cry. This is... What do I do here? It was so beautiful and green and now it's... What was that sound? Bye. I went out of this reality. You finally got rid of COVID? Oh, that's good. Thank God, finally. Oh wait, it's all slanted. Where are we? A desert. What is going on here? I can't press the skip button again, right? What is going on? Just the very last of tiny sniffles, but nothing I would call important anymore. Oh, thank God, finally! That's good. Really got you bad, huh, the COVID? I'm glad that it's over. What do we do? Do we just walk towards the sun? Goodbye. Oh! Again, the beginning.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What is going on in this game? New content. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Show me. It stayed with you for literally a week? Yeah, that's a pretty long time, huh? Pretty long time to be sick. I'm glad you're feeling better, though. Okay, we take the elevator again. What's the narrator gonna show us?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting
You
on the
haven't played this
Stanley
version
Parable,
of Stanley
and
Parable
about
yet.
how
No, it's the
roundly
new version.
disappointing this
Ultra
ultra deluxe
Deluxe
version
one.
has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What? The end is never the end again.
Yes,
Towards
you see, isn't this
7.
far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Taste the sequel. This is what the fans have been asking for, really?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2 Now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Don't talk to me before I've had my sequel. They're back 2 doors. New mug. Everything is new. Everything is new and you're part of a team. Stanley Parable 2. Is everything just here in 2s? There are 2 Stanleys even.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Agreed to disagree with the narrator. Yeah, I don't think we're on the same page, you know. We go up, 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 up. Oh, that is big. What is
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh, that is fun. There's merch. I saw the new content. Can I get a shirt? This t-shirt is the best new feature. Reassurance bucket. Can we take the bucket?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
There is no bucket.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with
There
the
is
game.
no bucket.
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and
There's the
ease
bucket!
in your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the
Bucket.
many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly
Give me the
normal
bucket.
and
Give me the
perhaps even
bucket.
comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle
Give me the
embrace of jarring
bucket.
cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to
Give
be
me the
honest,
bucket.
it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning
Oh, never
the game
mind,
to be
yeah.
less uncomfortable.
Same.
Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Bucket. Oh, it's
The
there.
bucket is the perfect solution.
Like the
Come on.
where's the pot? Where's the pizza? It's under the sauce. Where's the cheese? It's under the sauce.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in
Oh,
the face
goodness.
of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
I
In
have a
fact,
bucket.
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you.
that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The
This is the
benefits
pro
of the
tip.
bucket
If
seem
you
to go on
wanna,
and on, don't
if you
they?
wanna woo
All this
someone,
and more
hold a bucket.
await you in the Stanley Parable too.
Give me. Let me have the bucket, and let me see.
Does
what
anyone
else
give
is
out
there.
awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Office decorations?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like
Okay.
balloons. But
That's
I'm
kinda
undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
Both.
Which would you go with?
Why not both? Why not both? Why not get 12 soon? Happy well birthday. Get well someday. Happy 12th birthday, Stephanie's. This
You know,
one.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which
Oh,
one
that
you
is
actually
true.
really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Of course. That is, but that's
Or
true
actually,
though, that logic.
Maybe I should have gone with... No.
Nope.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
There's a new jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Yes.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
No.
Oh, well.
Give
I
me
suppose it
more
can just be a
jumps.
nice decorative piece then.
I wanted more jumps. I shouldn't have jumped like 35 times. Sad. Sad. No jumping for us. Settings. That's new. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Wait. Settings, world champion. Can we also drop the bucket? Nope, the bucket is here forever now. What is here? Pre-achievement? What? It just works. Get yours now.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel. To at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay, what is here? Oh, wait. Can I? No, it's a closed door, I think. Back we go. Back we go. Pull the lever, Stanley! But the lever doesn't work.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I am sad. Can you find them? Can I find what? Star Friends!
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Star Friends!
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable
Can I
life.
put them in the bucket? Oh yeah, we got 1 out of 6. Collect them all. Oh, I want to find all of
God,
them.
it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
What kind of indication is this? You are here. This map at 5. Alright, I'll just walk around and see what else is here. What the fuck were those hands behind the figure? Oh, I didn't see. Oh, that's the exit. Let's not go through the exit, yes. Yet. Infinite hole. Infinite hole. What? I want to see the infinite hole. Show me your hole, Stanley. Show me your hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Oh.
This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Ooh.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Why does infinite hole sound like an Inazuma 11 move? Kind of, huh? You guys wanna... Do we die if we jump into the hole? Oh no! I was taunting fate, huh?
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now,
do a flip!
Since you've gotten to see
I just
the
did a
infinite
fall.
hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Oh, press G to return to the surface?
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole.
We're back in the hole.
Did you really need to see it again?
Yes.
I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever.
Fine.
There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them.
No.
How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly
That's
did
not
not believe
infinite.
that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the
Cigarette
bottom. Yes,
buzz.
I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever?
I
The hole was
did.
plenty deep. It was more than
Hello.
deep enough, in my
Hello,
opinion.
Yuri.
Maybe it's you
Hello,
who likes
welcome,
falling too
welcome.
much. Maybe you're the problem.
Shut up.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I didn't say
Why
anything.
don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite?
No, not
If
at
that
all.
works
Look,
for
I can
you,
still see the
then
top.
go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Shut up. Wi-Fi, please return. My Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, please return. Wi-Fi, please return. I think we're gonna be back. We're back! I didn't leave the hole yet, but the not infinite hole killed my Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi killer. Okay, mostly infinite hole. It wasn't infinite at all. Mostly infinite, it doesn't even exist. Was not as deep as advertised. I was lubed up and everything. Yeah, we were just ready to jump into the hole and then nope. Infinity. Hole, depth, space, more hole. The depth wasn't infinite. It was a fake advertisement. So fake. So fake. What else is new? The Wi-Fi reception in the hole wasn't that great. Yeah. Yeah, the Wi-Fi reception in the hole was kind of bad. Couldn't stream from the hole. 0 out of 10.
An
Epilogue.
epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay, so it's not finished. That's okay. That's okay. Drum circle, mostly infinite hole. Red is the new orange. No. The baby is all grown up. What? What? Hear your name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable
Oh.
2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is
Road
that they
to the
want to be
perfect button.
individually
Too
recognized
big,
and validated
small.
as people.
Just
So with
right.
that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Is what now?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
It's Yuri.
Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay, we're Jim
Just
now.
play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go.
I
Let's
am
take a
Jim.
deep breath.
I am
clear your
36 and I
mind,
work at this
forget whoever
office,
you are,
and
and
it's
simply
very
become
fun.
a person named Jim.
I have a nice
I want you
girlfriend
to
called
imagine
Melissa,
yourself living
and
as
we're
Jim,
thinking of getting a
sleeping
child.
and waking as Jim, falling in love
we're
and
preparing
being heartbroken
the
as Jim,
baby room.
seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
I
Do you
actually
feel
wanted
it
to
deeply?
do
Are you
ice
really,
skating,
truly
but
Jim right now?
then I
If
fell
so,
and
then
lost a
please
leg,
step forward and press
and
the
now
button.
I just have to work at this office. But oh, how I have been longing for a button that says my name. My name, Jim.
Jim.
Oh my god!
Yes,
What a
you
thrill.
see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button
Oh my
described
God.
you. Do it again, do it again.
That was perfect. Oh yeah.
It's even harder the second time.
my life
If this
is
were the only
complete.
new feature in the Stanley Parable
I am
2, it would
so
still
happy
be worth
now.
the money.
This
Let's
was
take
better
a break from the Jim
than
button.
the
I'm
day
too
my
emotionally
girlfriend
drained
said she
from
was
all
pregnant.
Of this personal validation.
I am.
Whoa
Oh
there,
my God.
cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
Jim.
I'm putting the Jim button away.
Jim.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
No! Don't take this away from me! That's it, I'm leaving. Jim out. Jim is no longer happy. He has a button that says his name. Not anymore. Not anymore.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the
We
work
are
of
no
finishing
longer
this
Jim.
feature.
Should we go to the gym? Where do we go now? Have we seen everything? Or not? Let's see, what else do we have? Office decorations, we went there. Collectibles, infinite hole. The reassurance bucket, we have it. Settings, world champion. We couldn't go in there, but we could try again. Where's the settings, world champion? Where was it again? I don't know how to get there. Merch. It's right across the hall from the merch. So it's right there. The button that says Jim. You heard Jim in the game. Enjoy the new features. What is this? Oh, this is where the epilogue thingy was. The staircase to the epilogue that wasn't there. Oh, settings world champion this way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we go there. Let me in! I can't go in there. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Let me in. Let me in, let me in. What else have we not seen yet? Oh, we can teabag the floor. Oh, wait. Whoops. My computer didn't like that. This is my jump circle. We did everything. Should we go to the exit then? I think we did everything. Here. Let's go to the exit, see if there's anything else.
All right.
Hello?
Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. Why is there a briefcase there? Hello. Sir, that looks like the office. What is this place?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
Oh, really?
There's
Is it
definitely
now?
a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see
Okay.
whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Sure. Show me.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay. How exciting. Where do I enter?
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
It's kind of
Hold
small.
on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay,
me
yes.
give some more.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
What is
Who am I
going
kidding,
on?
Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the
The
first
hole is
game.
back.
I
Yeah,
wanted
the
fans
glory
to love
hole.
it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own.
Glory
They would
hole.
need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and
Okay.
simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Yeah.
Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
The
Would it
hole,
possibly
the hole.
work?
I want to
suppose it
enter the
could,
hole
but it would
again.
need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay,
Let me see if I can whip something up.
do that.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, graphic design is this man's passion, huh? We can give that a try. Begin the game. Infinite glory hole! Infinite glory hole! Infinite glory hole!
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Just the same
Stanley
story.
worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 4...
Yeah. Okay, so this is the new one. Oh,
All
I
of his
have the
co-workers were
balloons.
gone. What could it mean?
They
Stanley
will
decided to go
someday.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
We got the bucket back. We got the bucket back. Be my Valentine. Who farted again? What does this mug say? Who farted yet again? I have a bucket. I have a bucket. I have a bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was
I'm
not the correct way to the meeting room.
wondering
But
what
Stanley
to do
had felt
to
the
this
bucket
one.
calling to him,
Yes.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes, it's the bucket.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
bucket.
Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yes. I love the bucket.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
No, the bucket
Stanley
was
took
right.
the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay, we'll do that.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Uh-oh. Oh. Let's go down with the bucket. Bucket, bucket, bucket.
Oh, good, Stanley.
Bucket,
I'm glad
bucket,
you found your
bucket.
way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
We care about you, Stanley.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Oh,
We've come together here because we care about you very much.
what is
It's
this?
this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
No!
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter,
No.
Stanley. Classic
No.
characters from the first game, like
You're
the
not
Adventure
stealing
Line
my
and the Broom
bucket.
Closet.
No.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've
I
never
want the
seen
bucket.
before.
No.
Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story
Don't-
involving the
don't
Adventure
steal the
Line?
bucket
We
from
could
me.
make the Adventure Line
No,
go
no, no,
somewhere
no.
new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
I keep the bucket. Stay away from my bucket! Stay away from my bucket! This is my
Now,
bucket!
This is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What?
Yes, it's as classic now as it was
Oh,
back
how
then.
funny.
Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like
No,
this.
give
But
me
if we want to
the
do that,
bucket.
you're going to have to
No.
give something up.
Not the bucket. Not the bucket. I will give everything up. My wife, my firstborn child,
get it,
but
Stanley.
not the
We
bucket!
need to get rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
the
True,
bucket.
it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to
Stop.
me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't
No.
you agree?
No.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
Stop.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
Can
Go
I
ahead now,
destroy
Stanley.
the bucket destroyer?
Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No. No. I don't want to kill the bucket. The bucket was my best friend in this game. Unlike you, narrator,
Now
you
listen
killed
to
me
me.
1,000 times.
It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable
No.
characters? Well,
I
you
want
see,
my
if you were
bucket.
to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about?
The
broom
bucket.
closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Are we in heaven?
The bucket destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
Fuck you.
For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
But the bucket is better. Bucket, bucket, bucket. Bucket. The bucket is better. Bucket. Bucket. Where's the bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
It's back. Oh, we're safe.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
and
entered the door on his left.
We're not going back there. Bucket is eternal. Yes. The bucket was there for me when no one else was.
Stanley needed
when all the
bucket's
co-workers
warmth
were
and
gone, the
comfort
bucket
now
was
more
here
than
for
ever.
me.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Look at that. The bucket is even part of the story. Such a good friend.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket
Was it 2845?
and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yes, the bucket.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I like how the narrator already knew that you will pick up the bucket. Yeah, the fact that they rewrote so much dialogue just for the bucket. The bucket is the best character in this entire game. Bucket is the best character. Bucket, bucket, bucket. Bucket, bucket, bucket. I'm happy with the bucket.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
Oh, it's okay.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Yes, bucket was here for me when no one else was.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Do we do that again? Bucket, 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 bucket,
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I want a shirt with just the bucket on it. Me too. Yes. I want a shirt with just the bucket too. I love the bucket.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
I would never.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped,
I would
monitored
never.
like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears
no, bucket,
as
it's
Stanley
okay.
cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
It's okay, bucket. It's okay, Bucket-chan.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as
There
well?
are shirts.
Had the bucket been
We
told
don't
to
know
do
if they're
things
official.
it didn't wish to do?
Ooh.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Poor
These
Bucket.
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
It's okay, Bucket. We're gonna be fine.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't
No.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one
Rescue so
friend
fast,
in the entire
yeah.
world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I only trust the Bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working,
the
all of it
bucket.
monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would
Goodbye. Fan artist sketcher, we need a picture of Yuri clasping the bucket, unwilling to give it up. Or
Stanley
just
and
going
the
like,
bucket
no!
waited in blackness. Was it over?
Bucket.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had
Yes.
defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to
Look at the
live
bucket.
once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
Yes,
Stanley
good
wanted to
idea.
sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to
What?
begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
That
True, it
sounds
was
like
a
an
simple
interesting
life
thing
they
to do.
envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together,
Yes.
with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. And
Uh-oh.
what? Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped?
Uh-oh.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Come on.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No!
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket,
No!
needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
Not my bucket.
No. Stanley can't leave this place.
I will stay
not
here
while
forever
he has such a
if
precious
I can
bucket
still
in
have
his
the
arms.
bucket.
Not while this building has anything to say about it.
If
Stanley
I can have the
realized
bucket
he would
here
never
forever,
again leave this
I
very
will.
room.
I will
But
stay here.
at least he has the bucket.
The bucket.
To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad,
It is
Stanley
not.
thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I?
I will fight this whole
Stanley
building
thought.
to keep this
Very
bucket.
soon now,
Yes,
he was
exactly.
about to find out.
Let me keep the bucket. Please. Where's my bucket?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting
No,
room
no,
to
no.
check on his co-workers.
Give me the bucket.
He never functioned
The bucket,
well by
bucket!
himself. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
Bucket
and
is
entered the
back.
door on his left.
Bucket is back.
Still no one was here.
Bucket back.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Boss, I've got a bucket to show to you. Bucket. Bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Bucket.
Yes,
The bucket
this is
is my
certainly the
best
most logical
friend.
explanation.
The bucket is my best friend. Oh, hey.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
Ah,
no
yeah.
reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Ah,
You can't
yeah.
buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
They are gorgeous. I am so happy. Bucket, bucket. Bucket, 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 bucket. I said the word bucket so much that it doesn't feel like a real word anymore. Let the bucket and me.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that
Come on,
read
let's escape, Mr.
Mind
Bucket.
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent
No,
death.
we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Bucket-kun, hi
The
Chud!
door behind them was not
Chud,
shut.
welcome,
Stanley and the
welcome!
bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get
Hello,
back
hello.
on track.
We have the
At this
bucket.
point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into
It's
a
okay,
very
baby.
painful death for
We're
each of them.
gonna be fine. I've been through this before. We're gonna be fine, bucket-tongue. My little bucket friend. What else can a star wish for? Just buckets. We're not gonna die, bucket-tongue. We're gonna be fine. Hi, Chad. How are you doing? How are you doing
As the
today?
machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
We're not
This is
gonna
what Stanley
die.
thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a
No,
bucket
I love
everywhere.
the bucket.
Farewell, Stanley.
No. Nope. Nah. See?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
We're all
In a
good.
single visceral instant, the
Hi,
bucket's
Jane
life
Walker!
came to
Welcome,
an end
welcome!
as it was crushed violently
Playing
to
in the
death.
Stanley Parable. And we got the bucket. Thank you for saving us. Again.
It was a shame,
Bucket.
the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this
Wait.
one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Is the bucket dead? Not the bucket. Luella, hello. Hello, Luella, how are you doing? We're playing the Stanley Parable and we just lost the bucket. Not my friend, the bucket. You're standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? Not the bucket. Oh. You have arc blasting your
Can you see
headphones.
how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his
Yes,
short
but the
life?
bucket was special. The bucket was special. Can I take this bucket? Inferno bucket. Oh, an old bucket. Oh, first cave drawings of buckets. Give me a bucket. I had grown to love it as my own son.
No man
Yes,
can
me
own
too.
a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Yes, I was kneeling before the bucket. The hanging bucket. Thank you. Wait, what happened? I wanted to
But
take
there
the
is
bucket.
something we can do. Something we can do together, you and
Give me
I,
a
that will
bucket.
right this terrible wrong.
Bucket con!
Let's
Not the
stand.
bucket!
Let
Not
him be crushed by
it!
the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Oh no! Is the bucket the leader now? Bucket. Bucket. Not bucket. Bucket.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps,
Bucket.
and a paint. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Yes. Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Do we, do we go there again? With the bucket. Bucket, 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 bucket. How we can find them? Bottom text. Huh. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There's no memo from management. That is, trust the completionist instinct. Huh. Whoa, weird. Follow clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room? Huh. Thank you. 416. There will be a reward for finding them all.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the
No!
bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
mine.
boss's office.
Bucket.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Come here.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
I don't want to be
His
here
boss would
again.
think he was
I want
crazy.
the bucket.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
See, the bucket is
That's
all
strange,
good.
Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
Bucket.
He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when
Bucket!
Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong.
This is not
Surely
our
no
bucket!
good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding
Where is
presence of
our
his
bucket?
And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. Now he
No!
felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard
Give
it
me the
calling
bucket.
to him.
Bucket!
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
The bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room,
Bucket!
passing by one bucket
I'm
after the
coming.
next. None of them
So
were
many
his.
buckets,
None
which
of them
one
were
is
his
the right
special
one?
bucket.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
I am trying,
He
bucket.
had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly,
I should not my bucket go now.
he knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Oh.
The real bucket was inside of him.
Are we
all
the
along.
bucket?
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
No, bucket. The bucket was inside of us all
This
this
is the story
time.
of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of
Her
comfort and
bucket.
security, and walked to her place of work.
She has
But on
her
this
bucket.
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the
Why?
sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
I lost my
This
bucket.
man had no bucket.
Yes.
Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing
The
all his actions
bucket.
and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video
What does
game.
Mariella
It
know
could
about
all
my
have been
bucket?
prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize
By
he'd
saving
forgotten his
Bucket
bucket
Kun,
at
we
home in the
save
first
ourselves.
place.
Yeah,
How
Bucket Kun and I,
cruel
we're,
it can be,
we're so...
and she hugged
Our,
her own
our,
bucket
our
even
fates are
tighter.
intertwined so
Of course,
badly that
she
we
had no
have to
time
find
for this.
Bucket Kun.
There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket
Bucket
would provide
Kun.
absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass.
My life
And she
kicks
backflipped
ass.
all the way to work.
She backflipped all the way to work? Wow, Mariella is athletic, huh? Give me back the bucket.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and Stanley picked up the bucket and
Bucket.
smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Bucket, 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 bucket. Bucket, 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 chum. Bucket, 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 bucket. Bucket, 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 bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
bucket.
upstairs to the
I love
boss's
my
office.
bucket. Bucket, 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 bucket. Bucket, bucket.
Stepping
Kun,
into his
bucket,
manager's
bucket,
office,
Kun,
Stanley was once
bucket,
again stunned
bucket.
to discover not an indication of any human life.
Bucket.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation,
Bucket,
Stanley may have
bucket,
broken
Kun,
down into an
bucket,
emotional
bucket,
dumpster fire,
Kun.
but Stanley guessed the correct code
Bucket,
by
Kun,
sheer luck.
bucket,
Was it that the
bucket.
bucket knew all
Yuri, I
along?
ask thee,
Was the
please
bucket guiding
save the bucket so
Yes,
all of us will
this
be
is certainly
fine.
the
So
most
all of us will
logical
find
explanation.
salvation. I'm gonna save the bucket. Don't worry. I'm gonna save the bucket, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing that we did before. Save the bucket. Bucket, 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 bucket. I love the bucket. Save bucket. Game Walker's son
Stanley
and
and
the
the
love
bucket
of
walked
my
straight
life.
ahead through the large
Yes.
door that read, Mind
Our
Control
Lord, our Savior, the
Facility.
bucket.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the
Bucket,
truth was that at the
bucket,
end of this hall,
bucket,
Stanley and the
bucket,
bucket
bucket,
would
bucket,
both
bucket,
meet a
bucket,
violent
bucket,
death.
Bucket, 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 bucket. Give me
The door
bucket.
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and
Give
get
me
back
the
on track.
bucket. Let me keep the
At this
bucket.
point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward
gonna be
into
fine,
a very
Bucket Kun.
painful death for each of them.
Bucket Kun, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna quit the game just as we're about to die. It'll be okay. I just want to see Bucket again. My life isn't the same without it. Yeah, me neither. I just want to be with my bucket. Okay. Give me the bucket. Let me keep the bucket. Bucket, 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 bucket.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
No!
To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what
No,
use is a
it's
sense
fine.
of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
If you save them, I'll give
This is
Ray
what
Polly
Stanley
on my
thought
grace for them
himself,
to
and
marry.
he sort of kicked
Oh,
himself
yeah.
for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end
No,
as
Bucket
it was
Chum.
crushed violently to death.
Bucket is fine. Bucket, you're fine. See? You're okay, Bucket. Bucket, 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 bucket.
It was a
bucket,
shame,
bucket,
the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above
No,
the
it's
rest.
fine, it's fine.
It
We
was
saw
a
it die
glorious
before. It's
bucket
not
to
really
behold.
dead. You're not really dead, my bucket. My dearest bucket. We're gonna be okay.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own?
Not at all.
Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley
up.
will ever be in
I
his short
only loved
life?
one being in my entire life, and it has been the
No
bucket.
man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one.
Give me
It
back
is
the
man who
bucket.
should kneel before the bucket.
Give me the bucket again. I will do the escape move again.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
No.
Let Stanley die. Let him
No.
be crushed by the machine. Don't
I have to
reset
be
the
here
game.
for the
Don't
bucket.
give him another opportunity.
I have to be here for the bucket. Begin the game again or quit to menu? I don't know what to do. Quit to menu? Bucket has Ripolian as a fiance. You shouldn't get between their eternal love. Bucket. Begin the game again or quit to menu? Begin the game again or quit to menu? To save the bucket. Last time we had to go to the menu, but now we can also just start the game again. I don't know what to do. I want to save the bucket. Let me save the bucket. Bucket-kun. Do what you think is best. I think quit to menu. And are we all the way back? Did we save the bucket? For bucket. Do what you think is best for bucket.
This is the...
Look at that.
All of his
We're gonna have
co-workers were
bucket
gone.
back.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Bucket!
go to the meeting room.
The good old bucket.
Yes.
Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Yes.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Bucket. Bucket. Bucket, 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 bucket. They kidnap Bucket, you just
Coming
have
to
to
a
kidnap
staircase,
Bucket first.
Stanley and the bucket walked
Exactly.
upstairs to the boss's office.
Exactly.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley
Come
guessed the
on.
correct code by sheer luck.
Do we even have to go
Was
here?
it the bucket knew all along?
If it's good for
Was the
Bucket Kun,
bucket
it's good for
guiding
me.
him?
This
Yes,
channel won't be the
this is
same without
certainly the
Bucket
most
Bucket
logical
Kun.
explanation.
Exactly. We need the bucket. But we have it back. We're all good now. With the bucket in our arms, nobody can do any bad to us. Nobody will do any evil to us. We have got the bucket, the power of God and bucket on
Stanley
my
and the
side.
bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word
I think we
escape
just go
written on
back,
it, the truth
or not?
was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. But of course, Stanley and the
we
bucket
do
thought
this
better of
one
it and
again?
realized they simply had too much to live for.
I don't know what to do.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Channel
What
Master
horrible
Bucket
secret
Kun.
did this place hold?
Yeah,
Stanley and the
Bucket.
bucket both wondered
My
to
best friend
themselves.
Bucket. My best friend Bucket. Bucket, no Bucket. My best friend Bucket.
The monitors
Hi,
jumped to
Peter.
life, and
Hi,
Stanley
welcome,
nearly dropped the
welcome.
bucket in shock.
Welcome. We're
Everyone in
playing
the
the
office
Stanley
was
Parable
being
today.
videotaped,
Ultra Deluxe.
monitored like guinea
And
pigs.
we are not going
The
to get rid of the
bucket had never
bucket.
seen
We're
anything
saving
like
the
this,
bucket.
and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently,
It's okay,
reassuring it
Bucket-san.
that everything would be fine.
The Netflix adaptation of the bucket was
Was
just
the
not the
bucket
same.
under the mind control
Yeah.
facility's influence as well?
I can imagine.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
Felt like a different
What
bucket.
kinds of things does a bucket want
I
to
see,
do
I see,
or
yeah.
not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His
Bucket.
own life in someone else's control. Never!
I mean,
He
they cut
squeezed
out
the
the dark bucket
tighter.
arc. It was
His
so
one
relevant for
friend
the
in
history
the
of
entire
Bucket.
world.
Yeah,
At this point, he
A
could
lot of
trust no
character
one
development for
except
Bucket was cut
for the
out
bucket.
of the Netflix adaptation, but it's okay. At
But
least we
here
have
was
the
proof.
manga.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions,
Do we
happy
turn it
or
on
sad
again?
or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the
bucket
controls.
did.
Stanley
Betrayal.
gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the
Betrayal
power for
by the
itself?
bucket.
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
What?
Birds.
Silly birds.
Silly birds. The control buttons
Seagulls.
became active again.
Nice. Can we do something with the birds? Oh! Different birds. How fun!
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it
Owls?
dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control
Look at that,
facility
how
at all.
cute.
It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds
Look
all
how
over the
cute.
world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along?
Oh, bucket.
Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Penguins.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds
Look how
imaginable.
cute.
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this
Bucket.
one was surely the best.
Thank you, Bucket.
And Stanley was happy.
I am so happy with the birds. Birds. In the end, Bucket just wanted us to see beautiful birds, no matter what Bucket had to sacrifice. Yes. What?
All of his co-workers
Oh
were
my
gone.
God.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly
Yes.
fine with him.
Oh wait, 416 had the thingies on the... Right? 416? Don't they know about the figures? Was it not 416? Oh. Too bad. Can't open any doors. Buckethead!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Maybe.
chest and entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
This is such a good
Stanley
romantic
took the
series.
door on
Bucket
his
was so
left
shy
to
at
go
first. Look
back
how
to the
much it has
meeting room.
grown. Right. It's grown so much. Oh, we can still go to that room.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Oh, no, I don't want that. This is just gonna bring us back. Oh no. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, good
I am
Stanley. I'm glad
afraid-
you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
But
You see,
maybe
your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
we have to sacrifice
We've come
the
together
bucket
here because we
after
care
all.
about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
But I
The
want
bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter,
The bucket
Stanley.
did try to
Classic
betray us,
characters from
though.
the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
And what
Yes,
if
I
we-
know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We
Don't
could
judge
make the
Bucket
Adventure
for
Line
your
go
voice.
somewhere new. Yes, that's what the... Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Bucket-kun, I love you so much.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
People are just not meant for each other.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
What happens?
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket.
I'm sorry, my
and
love.
Then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
It's looking at us!
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying
it doesn't want to go!
All it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
I could never kill you.
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about?
The
broom
bucket!
Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans.
I can't
Stanley.
do it.
Give the fans
The
what
bucket
they want.
is my only love. I couldn't do it. I did not do it. How do we get past this part, though?
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much
Boom,
potential.
supernova.
We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye,
We saved the bucket.
new friend. For the moment in time that you
The
were
true
here,
villain is the Bucket Destroyer.
you were magnificent.
True villain is the Bucket Destroyer. This is one of the saddest anime scenes. Yeah. At least we saved the bucket! Yes. Bucket versus Scott. Bucket. 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 Bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Do we leave the bucket here today? She looks comfortable. Dearest Bucket, I hope you have a good day. Here you have to decide.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
What do I have
doors,
to
he entered
decide?
the door on his left.
Farewell. What? You did well, Bucket. Yes, goodbye, Bucket. Bucket Town. You did so well. I loved you, Bucket. I loved you so much. How are we gonna do this without Bucket? Some timeline.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
it is
boss's
better
office.
if Bucket is left alive and innocent. Yes. Yes. Hello, Flare Flowers! Hi, welcome! Today we're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Here's the door, just go.
And oh, thank you. And I love the bucket, but if we take the bucket, then we're gonna have to kill the bucket. This is the best timeline for the bucket, sadly. I'm afraid so. I will miss the bucket. The others will end in tragedy. The only way to save the bucket is by
Stanley walked straight
leaving
ahead
her.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Where do I go now? And try this one again.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on
Let's try it
it,
again.
the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah. Bucket tail.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Bucket will never know better, but it is still painful that I have to let Bucket go this time. Yes. Bye, Bucket. Bucket. Bye-bye. Bye, Peter. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Hope to see you next time.
At
Bye-bye,
this
bye-bye.
point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort
Friends
to
living
walk forward
separated,
and
iron in
willingly
the flesh,
confront his death.
adventuring together no more. Goodbye, Bucket. You were more than a buddy. You were a true friend. Bucket, I never told you this when I was still with you, but I am in love with you. I love you. I have never loved another as much as I have loved you. Bucket. I will miss you forever. I will think about you until the day I die. Thank you,
As the
Bucket.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer
Goodbye,
to his
Bucket.
demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was
Yeah,
of
I
no
know
great
Bucket
loss,
knew it all
like
along.
plucking the eyeballs
I
from
hope
a
so.
blind man.
I hope Bucket
So he
knows
resigned
that I
and
love
willingly
it.
accepted this
I love
violent end
Bucket.
to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Because Bucket also loved you. It told me in the beach episode. Really? The beach episode confession scene?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
Really?
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a
Ah,
single visceral instant,
Bucket.
Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Nah. We're gonna get back to it again. It was such a cute scene.
And yet it would be just a few
Oh.
minutes before Stanley would restart the game,
So
back
sad
in
it
his
was a
office,
filler
as
episode.
alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to
was
accomplish?
Was the bucket a little shy and flustered when they?
When every path
When
you
they
can walk has
confessed.
been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
We've already been
Do
here.
you
What
see
are we gonna
now?
do?
Do you see that
Killing him
Stanley was
instantly,
already dead
yeah.
from the moment he hit start?
Oh no! I just want to see the bucket. I want to see my bucket. I want to see my little boy. Here he comes.
Oh, look at these two.
Give
How
me the
they wish to
bucket
destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Really
How they
demonstrated the
both wish
emotional
to be
depths of
free.
Bucket. I want Bucket
Can
back.
you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Bucket was very shy,
No,
but seeing Bucket
perhaps
gather the
not.
strength for that confession
Sometimes
really made me
these
fall
things
for them.
cannot be seen.
I get that. Bucket is just too charming. The
But listen to
charisma
me.
is.
You can still save these two. You can
The
stop the
charisma is
program
too
before they
much.
both fail. Push escape and press quit.
Bucket.
There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Okay, I stop again.
Do choose it.
Begin the game again. Should we try that then? Begin the game again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What
How
could it
do
mean? Stanley
Oh,
decided to
Bucket,
go to the
I
meeting
love
room.
you.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What do I do here? Yuri, Bucket has decided to live its own life. What? Is Bucket already over me? Is Bucket already over me?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
As much as it hurts. Oh no! Bucket is over me already? I'm so sad. When we get back to our timeline, can you officiate our wedding? I will. I will. Dad, it's the best for you. Is Bucket in love with Ripolion at least? That would give me some peace of mind.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, no. I don't want to go here again. Where's the bucket of death? I should have gone to the right door. Bucket is the love of my life. I understand that. Oh, hey. Oh, hey!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these
Stanley
things. What
figurine?
about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines?
Stanlerines.
Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Strange poem, but okay. Oh, it's open.
Here's the door, just go.
It's open yet again. But I think we did it wrong. Do I, Bucket told me that I love Napoleon as a facade to start the rumbling. JK, Bucket really loves you, Napoleon. It does love you.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
The
Mind
bucket.
Control Facility.
It's all okay. It's all good. Okay, we try this once more.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Okay,
horrible
okay.
secret did this place hold?
The bucket.
Stanley thought
The
to
love
himself.
story
Did he have the
of
strength
the
to
bucket.
find out?
Yuri and a Napoleon. Happily ever after. They lived.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Can
The
we see the
lives of
bucket?
so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Bucket, my baby. Baby, my bucket. I miss you.
This
My bucket
mind
baby.
control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley
Bucket.
really been under someone's control all this
My
time?
baby bucket.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I am all right with sharing bucket. Indeed,
No.
its love is
He
eternal.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
Bucket's
own
love
life
is eternal.
in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
I
Had he
miss the
truly
bucket.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I miss bucket, but
But
it
here
will
was
be
the proof,
okay.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded
It
from
was
this
birds
very
when
place.
the bucket was
And as the
here.
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just
It
activate
was
the
birds when
controls,
the
did you?
bucket was
After
here.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
No.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Okay.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example,
Let's try 1,
and I
2, 3,
believe
4,
you'll find
5.
this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
2.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
4.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star.
4,
It's
4,
your
4,
story
4,
now.
4,
Shape it
4,
to your
4,
heart's
4.
desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments
5.
until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Why
What's
did it
that?
say 2?
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Last
A
time
moment
it
of
was,
solace before you're obliterated?
We
All
do
right,
two
I'm in a good
then.
mood. You're gonna die anyway.
Two
I'll tell you
in
exactly what
purple?
happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your
What?
office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then
can you not
dying
win
alone.
this?
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite
No.
rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure
What do
whatever
I
I come up with on the
do?
next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
do I
but I'm
do?
enjoying this so much. You know
Welcome
what?
back,
To hell with
Peter.
it.
Welcome back,
I'm
welcome
going to put
back,
some
Peter.
extra time on the clock. Why not?
Welcome back, welcome
These are
back.
precious
You're
additional
gonna
seconds.
explode.
Stanley. Time
Yeah,
doesn't
maybe
grow
try
on
pushing the
trees.
buttons from 1 to whatever. That's what I
Oh,
tried
dear
to
me,
do,
what's
but
the matter, Stanley?
it didn't work.
Is it that you have
Maybe
no
try
idea
again.
where you're going
One,
or what you're supposed to be doing right
two.
now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean,
Three.
look at you. Running from button to button,
Three.
screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Four's up
These
here.
numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
Four.
Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
And then
Why would you think
5.
that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
5 is over there. We do 1,
But
2,
you
3,
really
4.
believe there's an answer?
5, 5, 5.
How many
5,
times will
5.
you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000?
No.
I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail.
It didn't
Just
work.
you and me and the retching explosion
Can we
of
just
fire and
still
metal over and
turn it
over and
off?
over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again.
Oh,
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30
No!
seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
A big
Just you
boomer.
blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second
Here
of
we
your
go.
inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say,
Goodbye.
happily ever up.
we died yet again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Do we go
Stanley
down
decided
and
to go
try
to the
high
meeting room.
bucket?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do we go down and try the thingy again? The
When Stanley
Killing
came to a
ourselves
set
and
of
then-
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
we escape one, and then we go to quit to the main menu, maybe. The main menu. Ah, a large room, lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs, somewhere both red and blue. Ah. Large room, lot of boxes. Stairs, something to do with stairs, and somewhere both red and blue. Ah. Have you tried to troll the narrator?
Coming to a
Yes, I
staircase,
have.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You could also go here. But ooh, hello.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley
Ah,
figurines.
yeah, it's
and now I'm
yours.
torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What
What's
name better
9 plus
encapsulates the
10?
intrinsic sense of happiness that you
19?
get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by
19?
1? Let me sit on it.
Did I pass my
I'm sure
math
it will come to
test?
me.
Did I pass the math test? 19. Final answer. We tried the escape route again. Escaping.
Here's the door, just go.
910, duh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was
tried the
that at the
escape
end
one
of this
again.
hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
0 divided by 0 is bucket because bucket
The door
is
behind
eternal.
him was not shut.
Yes!
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Bucket, bucket, bucket. I
At this
missed
point,
the bucket.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted
I
effort to
wanna
walk
continue
forward
playing
and
the
willingly
game.
confront his death.
Come on, let me get to the thingy. Bucket God. Bucket is God, yeah. That is true. The bucket is all we need. All we need in life is bucket.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence
Bucket
whatsoever.
load of
Stanley can't see
Right?
the bigger picture. He
Bucket
doesn't
load
know
is
the
a
real
randomly
story,
verse.
trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
No.
Farewell, Stanley.
No.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral
Bucket.
instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed
Obliterated.
every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Obliterated.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as
Obliterated.
alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Obliterated.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
But I just want to live. Amogus. Amogus Pog.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need
back.
one another?
Back?
No, perhaps not.
Oh no, did I do it
Sometimes
wrong?
these things cannot be seen.
Did I do it wrong?
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before
Too
they
late.
both fail.
Oh no!
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Quit. To menu. We try again. Did it work?
This is the story of a...
Did it work?
All of his co-workers were gone.
I
What
don't
could it
think it
mean?
did.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
What do
missed a
I
memo.
do? What do I do?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I
and
know, but
Stanley
we're
knew it
gonna do
perfectly
this.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Have you tried to think of Stanley?
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. Giddy in a way he had, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Try to think of Stanley.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and
Go
got
back
back
to
on
the
track.
bucket thingy. What was down here otherwise? Bucket solos, both Superman and
But
Goku
Stanley
at the
didn't
same
want to go
time.
back to the
Easy.
office. He wanted to wander about and get even
That's too
further
much
off
for
track.
them, you
So
sadistic
now, in order
person.
to
No.
get back, he needed to go,
Oh!
duh, 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 duh.
This is
From
new.
here, it's, left.
If you,
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
you say so.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Ah, yeah, sure. The narrator has no idea what we're
Let's see, we
doing.
went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay,
Up,
yes.
down,
I've
left,
got
right,
it now.
left, right,
This
A, B,
story
A,
is
B.
absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, if you say so. Aw, deer in headlights look. For me. Oh. Here we go. What is down here? Oh!
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
We don't look.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Oh my
This time,
god!
suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh my god!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Narrator,
Stanley
sir,
decided to go to the
please.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Pick bucket. And bucket again. Bucket is gone! Bucket!
When Stanley... Wait. What?
Bucket is gone.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Bucket, no!
Oh, did something change?
Bucket!
Hey, did you change
the
anything when we were back
bucket!
in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere? Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Yeah.
I know for sure that it's
Narrator,
here
sir.
somewhere. Okay
Mister.
then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. Let's find the story together. What is here? Inner guilt. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. What? I didn't kill the bucket, I swear. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Wow, this is confusing. It's like a maze. Where am I going?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Imagine
Do we
working
just-
at this office.
Do we need to
I
restart the game
have
again?
no idea where
Well,
to
I
go.
find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a
Maybe.
shot. Why not?
Okay. Existence. Yeah, we're not existing anymore.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Bucket.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket is gone still.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Okay,
I
yep,
might be
it's
remembering
worse.
this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. What other direction though? There's no other door to go through. Oh! Oh no, that's a window. Wait a minute. How do you get in there? We go back to our office? All the way to
Aha!
our office?
I knew we'd missed something. The story.
Oh,
Here
what?
it comes.
This is just
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
okay. Doesn't make sense. It's like a spiral. Whoa, where am I?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
What?
Is this the story? I don't think so.
What is going on?
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
What?
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Spooky moment.
No,
Oh, no.
I don't feel right about this at all.
Horror
We
game.
both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh my gosh. What is going on here?
All right,
Stanley
I've
Parable
got a
2
solution.
Adventure
This
Line.
time, to make sure we don't get lost,
Okay.
I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Okay.
Just follow the line. How simple is
The
that?
line, TM. Okay, I follow the line. That's okay.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on.
Calm
That got a
down,
bit weird back
narrator.
there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Why do I have to
You know
walk on
what?
the walls?
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Can't even do that. Whoa.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Oh, really? Will it be?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Oh, I'm not gonna. Alright. Saw the fern. Very cute.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Uh-oh, is the line lying to us? A lying line? No!
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? I trusted you.
After everything
we've
we
been
did
through,
for you.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
This man, this narrator, he's so tired.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Okay.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Yes.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Okay, new hallway.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Very.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to
It's
be?
an empty
Go
hallway
wild.
that's spiraling
Use your
around. This is
imagination.
impossible.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
How fun.
Oh, no, not you again.
You, TM,
Stanley,
again.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No
You're a
lines or monitor
child.
rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Yeah, we'll just not follow the line. It's fine. Do not follow the line.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Okay.
From here, the story is in our control.
Our control.
How
Do whatever you
important
want
we
now,
mustn't
Yuri.
squander the
Ah, yeah,
opportunity.
finally.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that
A
each door
minute.
has to lead somewhere.
Which
We
means
walk in
that
circles.
somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that
Walk
leads
in
here.
circles.
And that in turn
Circle, circle,
means that our
circle, circle,
destination
circle, circle,
corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Walk
And since
in
the answer is
circles.
clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our
Okay.
destiny awaits.
Let's go. The confusion ending?
Hold up, what's this?
Wait.
The confusion ending. You're telling me
After a
that's
long
what
time,
this
Stanley
is?
dies.
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according
You've
to
been
the
playing the
schedule, I
confusion
restart
ending for
again. Then what?
17 minutes?
Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Oh, the doors led
My
to the
mind
same
goes
room.
blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Where are we?
Well, who
Is it
consulted me?
Find the line again.
Why
Find
don't
the
I get to
confusion ending
decide?
schedule.
Why
Narrator
don't
restarts
I
the
get a
game.
say in all of this?
Forgets
Is
about
it really-
previous restarts. Attempts to
No,
play the
it
story
can't
but
be.
is
I
prevented.
I
Unable
don't
to go
want it to
anywhere or
be.
do anything.
I don't want the
Game
game to keep
restarts on its own.
restarting. I don't want to forget
Find the
what's
line
going
again.
on.
Begin following
I
the
don't want to
line.
be trapped
Find an
like this.
identical
I
replica of the
won't
office.
restart the game.
Oh,
I
no.
won't do
Attempt
it.
to
I
make up a
won't
story
do
here.
it. I won't
Narrator
do
restarts
it.
the game. There's
And the
no longer
timer
an office. Simply
stopped?
black space. Wander in the
Does that
blackness.
mean,
Find a bookstore.
Did we
Get bored
do
and
it?
leave.
Did we break the cycle?
How did you get bored in a
The,
bookstore?
Whatever it is that made this schedule, how would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So,
This is
okay.
awkward.
I guess now we just wait. You know,
Well,
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
how would you get
I'm
bored
not
in a
quite sure
bookstore?
if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
That scared me.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Bucket!
meeting. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket is back. The bucket is back. Oh my god, that terrified me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
They terrified me. That was very scary. That was very scary. That was
Coming
very
to a
scary.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
But
boss's
the bucket
office.
is back. Bucket is still alive. Bucket is okay. Bucket's down.
Here's the door, just
Oh.
go.
Okay, thank you. I think. Is the game becoming a horror game now? I don't like this. It is scary now. Why is it so scary? Why is this so scary now? Don't be so scared.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What am I gonna do? Will I just do this part again?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
With bucket in your
What
heart,
horrible
fear is
secret
nothing.
did this place hold? Stanley
But I
thought to
don't have the
himself.
bucket
Did he
now.
have the strength to find out?
But the bucket is always in my heart, that's true. Maybe if I think about the bucket long and hard enough, it's all good.
Now the monitors
Fine.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Are we-
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to
Are we
images
supposed
on a
to do
screen.
this?
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place
Are
where
we supposed
freedom
to do
meant
this?
nothing.
Am I supposed to do like the dying
This
thing
mind
again?
control facility, it was too
The resetting?
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What? Whatever
No.
is our purpose
He
here?
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
What is
in
our
someone
purpose?
else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable.
Never,
Wasn't it?
never.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Blind to everything.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Weird.
Controls
We're just
labeled
getting-
with emotions.
coming back
happy
here.
or
Do I-
sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its
Turn it off, but are we just gonna get the same ending again? I think so, huh? Right.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Oh, it's the.
Yes.
It is the ending.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
This
How
is
had he been
not-
freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered
how the
to
light
him.
works.
For it was
It's
not
a
knowledge
VTube
or
studio
even power
thing.
that
You can
he
set
had
the
been
lighting.
seeking,
So I
but
did.
happiness.
You can set the
Perhaps
lighting
his
to
goal had not been to
a
understand,
screen or just a color.
but to let
You can
go.
choose a color for like overlay
longer
color.
would anyone
but you
tell
can
him
also
where to
let
go,
it
what to do,
take the colors
or
from your
how to
screen from a certain
Whatever
window.
life he lives,
So I chose
it
for
will
it to
be
take the
his.
colors from this game.
And that was all he needed to know.
I did it
was
before
perhaps
on a
the
story
only
about my
thing
uncle.
worth knowing. Stanley stepped
But
through the open door.
I think it improves immersion, so I thought it looked very nice, and I really wanted to add
Stanley
it to,
felt the cool
to this
breeze
game.
upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
I am
the
so
immense
weirded out with
possibility
this
of the
game.
new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow, white. So white and bright. Oh my gosh. I'm wondering, how long is the game still?
Even now,
Because-
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What
Oh,
did
wait,
it look
no.
like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting
Never
or
mind,
a
we
photo?
got no
He could no longer
dialogue.
recall.
Never mind, we got new dialogue.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What shall we do? This and then this? After all.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business,
Do
Stanley
I-
took the first open door on his left.
Do we take
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got
this
back
one
on
again,
track.
maybe? I don't know where to go.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to
We
go...
already did this part.
From here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the
It's
right?
just the same ending
What was
again,
I
right?
thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
What do I
Now,
do?
let's see. We went down right, left,
What
down,
do I do?
left, right.
Yep.
From what I
Okay,
remember
okay,
of this
yes.
game, there's no
I've got it now.
definitive
This story is
ending.
absolutely,
Yeah, that's
definitely
true.
this way.
I do know that there's no like actual ending to the game, but you can just keep exploring the game.
No.
There's a lot
This
more
isn't
to
right
it,
at all. You're not
but,
supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
try to
Stanley, close
change
your
the
eyes.
outcome, yeah.
Okay. We just have to get back to
I'm kind of
who am I kidding?
confused.
It's all rubbish now.
But
the
also-
whole story completely unusable. How about rather
I'm
than
thinking
waste my
of,
time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just
slowly,
restart the game
ending
from the
stream
beginning.
too.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so
We can
far
figure
off
it out
track,
another
hmm?
time.
Okay.
We can play this
From
game
the
another
top.
time. And we can play it again next time. We can play it again next time and see if we can get another ending or like more achievements in the game. Let me check Steam. Maybe I can find some information on Steam. The Steam achievements. Let's see. What? Oh, weird. Set all settings sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. Super go outside. Don't you need to rest? Yes. I need to get food mainly. I'm gonna be ordering some food. But I think we'll continue playing next time, okay? I'll just wait, I'm just gonna get one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You also ordered food. What did you get? What did you get? Maybe I can get the same. Let's quit to the menu, okay? And then we'll play again next time. Goodbye, gaming game. Oh. Well, let me very quickly also turn off the lighting thing in VTube Studio. Just a sec. And here we are again. Oh, I can't move my OBS thingy. That's okay. But yeah, you ordered another pizza, just didn't know what else to do. I mean, pizza is good though. Pizza is very good, very, very good. I'm not sure what I should get. I'm thinking of ordering food. I thought I would have enough food left over from yesterday, but I don't. So, I need to get something else. Need to get my lazy people food, a bag of potato chips. Ooh, potato chips. But that's no dinner. You should have a proper dinner though. The game is philosophical. It amazed me at its time for its curious view of freedom and the dilemma of choices. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. It's very fun. I think it's a lot of fun. It's very confusing, but maybe I'll look up like kind of how to play that single part, and then next time we can play it again. I thought I would be streaming for longer, but I really have to get dinner. Next time maybe I'll stream it at like, I don't know, 11 in the morning so I can spend a little more time on the game. But I had a good time playing it anyway. I had a very good time playing it. I was very curious about the game, so I'm glad that I finally got around to playing it. I had only played the demo before, so I was very curious, but it's good. Sometimes it feels like you don't really have a choice, so defying the narrator can appear useless. That is true, that is true. It's a trial and error kind of game, huh? You really have to try everything and just see what happens, I guess. and try some things multiple times. You're going to have dinner in the Antarctic. Wish me luck. Oh no, good luck. What should I get for dinner? What should I get? Shall I just order food while we're on stream? Shall we see what I'm gonna get for food? Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Put in the location of my spaceship so I can see what I can order. To catch some fish and bring it on the next stream. Ooh, fish. I like eating fish. Maybe I should order fish. I could do that. Oh, what do we have? What do we have? Let's see. I don't want to get something like super intense, like something that's very greasy or something. I don't feel like eating something very greasy, like burgers or something. I don't really feel like having that. I just want to have something easy. I'm not too hungry. Maybe I can get from this place. There's a nice place close by that has just like it's kind of like one of those easy restaurants, you know, delivers like just certain dishes, but you can get like fish and chips, for example. When you became a VTuber, were you familiarized with schedules, and was it hard? Oh, you mean how I made my schedules myself? Like how I started doing my schedules? Because I was familiar with schedules of other streamers. Like I watched a lot of other VTubers before I became a VTuber myself. And I saw their schedules, so I took inspiration from their schedules too. And I knew that before I started streaming, I was thinking of the frequency that I wanted to stream, and I decided that I wanted to stream at least 2 to 3 times a week. Like at least 2 times, but actually I prefer it if it was at least 3 times. Now I found that I stream on average about 4 times a week. This week is like a 5 stream week, but on average I stream about 4 times, 3 to 4 times a week, because I have to combine it right now with a job too and other stuff that I have to get to. I have a lot of star duties too, and a job in outer space that I need to take care of. So I have to schedule them, but basically every week around Saturday or Sunday, I look through my my agenda and like, or like my diary, or like my personal schedule, and I'm like, okay, when can I stream? What would be convenient? So the times vary. The only day that is basically always the same is the Sunday night, and I planned it that late for me so I can still do stuff during the day and can, for example, have dinner at my parents' spaceships and then still return home in time for my stream. It's at 10 at night for me, 10 p.m. So I basically look at my schedule every week and then decide on my schedule. So it's a very relaxing activity. I just figure out what I can do and what I want to play. I basically decide what I want to play a few days before the stream, and if it's a game that I have played before or that I have to finish, then I, like Life is Strange for example, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be playing this for about 2 to 3 weeks. It ended up being 4 weeks, like 4 times, and that's fine. Then I just plan that during the week somewhere. So that's how I work around my schedules. You wondered if I had some difficulties while doing it at first. Not really, honestly, not really. Because I think I prepared really well. I thought about it really well, like what I wanted to do, and I wanted to start streaming. I when I started streaming, I was like, okay, 2 to 3 times a week should be enough. And then I found out that I was actually having a great time and it was going really well, and I had a lot of time to stream, so I just plan when I can stream, and I really love streaming. I really have a great time streaming, so whenever I can, I would like to stream. I would like to stream more. So yeah, I'm just having a good time. I didn't really have a hard time figuring out the schedule. Sometimes I do forget that I have to stream, and then I have to call off friends. That happened like once or twice. It gets harder when I have decided on my streams and my schedule is up, and then people want to meet up with me. I had a problem like that last week, actually, which was when I was I had a star friend over for 3 days in a row to work on cosplays together for an upcoming convention that we're going to. So we were working on cosplays, and I had already uploaded my schedule, and I take my schedule very, very seriously. So I don't want to edit my schedule if I don't absolutely have to. I edited my schedule when I was speaking is hard. One time I had a stream plan, and then like half an hour before stream I started feeling very nauseous and very bad, so I called off stream. I canceled the stream. That was once, and I also moved a stream once because of the passing of my grandmother. But other than that, I don't really move streams around. If I'm not sick, or if not something bad is happening in my life, I would not be very likely to move my streams once I have scheduled them. But when my friend came over, it was decided after I had uploaded my schedule. So I told her, I was like, okay, I can meet up, but I have to stream at this time, and this time. And she was like, okay, that's fine. So she just left my spaceship when I was streaming. But that's it. So one of my streams, I felt inspired. Afterwards, I went to try to draw something, went really bad, but I'm not discouraged. That's good. Like, you watch one of Chud's streams. Yeah, Chud is a good artist, huh? Chud does a lot of great art. I love Chud's emotes that he does. Emotes. Chud did a lot of emotes for me too. You can see them in the Discord. A lot of them. Chud did a lot of emotes for me. Chud also did the face of in the thumbnail that I posted for Death and Taxes last week. So that was also done by Chud. Thank you, Rai. I'm so glad I can be of inspiration to you guys too. I was inspired by other VTubers too, so I had wanted to stream for ages before I finally started streaming. I thought I wouldn't be too good at it. And honestly, I still have doubts sometimes. I'm like, oh, maybe my streams are not enjoyable to watch, or maybe they're boring or whatever. But I feel like as long as I'm having fun, and I think my streams are fun, there has got to be at least another person in the world who thinks my streams are fun. So I'm not too worried about follower counts and stuff. Hi, John! Welcome! I'm not too not too worried about follower counts, as long as we're having fun. Oh my god, sorry, I'm just throwing my water bottle around. I'm not too worried about that. It's as long as we're having fun together. I'm having a good time. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys, whether you're with 2, 5, 10, or I don't know, 100. I would have been happy either way. I'm just having a good time streaming. You saw the thumbnail, thought I should fix that drawing. You made it during the last 2 hours of my debut. Yeah, you did it so quickly. You did it so quickly, Chud, at that drawing. I was amazed. She's a streamer for a hobby. Beware the one stream Yuri. Yeah, I'm just a hobby streamer. I mean, I would like to make it bigger, but I'm happy with what I have right now. I would be happy with anything, honestly. I'm having fun now. It would be fun if it got bigger, but I'm not. I wouldn't be sad if it didn't get bigger. Let's put it that way. Because as long as I'm just having fun playing games with you guys, I think I'm doing it right. So yeah. I do want to get better though. I do have ambitions to get better at streaming. So yeah. But yeah. VTubers are really inspired people, and that's an inspiration that I respect deeply. Honestly, I'm so amazed by how other VTubers do it. I definitely have a few people that I'm a big fan of. Some VTubers that I'm a big fan of, and that inspired me a lot when I started streaming, and still do. I still watch their streams too. I still watch other VTubers, and yeah, I really enjoy their content, and I take a lot of inspiration from them. Not taking their ideas, but taking inspiration. That's like different things. But some of them have inspired me to play certain games. I think it was Callie and Kiara from Hololive English, Hololive Myth, who played It Takes Two, for example, and I played it afterwards with a friend of mine. I didn't play it on stream, but I was inspired to play that game because it looked like a lot of fun. Goodbye, Luella! Bye-bye! Take care, take care! Thank you for popping in again! Bye-bye! You have an idea for fan art? Ooh, I'm curious, I'm curious! Hope it ends up well. Of course! You can just practice! You can practice. Anything, any kind of art is good art, I would say. A lot of art is good art. In the meantime, I'm still looking at food that I may or may not order. Do you guys have any suggestions for what I should get? I don't want to get something that's too greasy. I had noodles yesterday. Made them myself. What do we have? What kind of food can we get? A Pokeball or something. Yeah. Yeah? Yes. Okay. Story time! I like Pokeballs. I really do. I like them a lot. But last time I had a Pokeball, I got violently sick. I was violently ill. It was before I started streaming. I was violently ill after having a Pokeball, so the thought of having a Pokeball just makes me feel like a little nervous and sick-ish. I just associate it with being sick now, which sucks. I kind of have to reclaim it as like a fun food sometime. I don't think today is that day, but it's a good suggestion. I really liked Pokeballs, but yeah, I was just violently sick after. It was probably not due to the Pokeball. I just had I just got very sick. It was just a coincidence, probably. But it probably wasn't the Pokeball, but it's the thought of the taste. I don't know. It's just brings me back, man. You know when you smell something that reminds you of like a time when you were very sick or like doing very bad and makes you kind of feel sick again? That's kind of what I have with Pokeballs right now. So I really do want to reclaim them because they're very good, but also I don't really dare to do that yet because well, kind of afraid. Yeah. Think of all the times you didn't get sick of Pokeball. Yeah, that's true. They're good. They're very good. I just have to, I don't know, regain the I don't know, reprogram my brain to have a different association with Pokeballs now. What's a Pokeball? It's basically a bowl with like rice, and then you put like vegetables in, and you can put like fish or chicken or tofu or something. It's basically a rice dish with a lot of veggies put in, and like a lot of, you can put fruit in too. That's the best I can explain it. You can basically put in everything that you want. It's a cold dish too, by the way. Usually it's cold. Some of the things on top are hot, but usually it's a cold dish. So, yeah, it's a Hawaiian type of dish. Yeah, I think it was Hawaiian, yeah. But it's very good. It's gotten popular lately, I would say. Yeah, it's very good. It's very good, and honestly not too unhealthy. I'll have to prepare one with squid and eggs. You like squid? Ah, nice, nice. I don't really like squid, but you can definitely add that to Pokeball, and eggs too. When I make them at home, I add like scrambled eggs and sometimes chicken or tofu. I do edamame beans and avocado as well. Sometimes mango. Mango's really good to get in, put in there. A little bit of soy sauce. But yeah, now you're getting hungry. Yeah. I've got the food, like the delivery thing open. I still have to decide what I want to get. I don't know, man. I don't know what I want to get. I'm honestly not too hungry yet. I don't know what to eat. But I should order food soon because I can't have dinner too late. I have to wake up very early tomorrow. So, I have to kind of get it ordered in like a vegetarian place, but I think they only have burgers. Let's see. Yeah, it's all burgers. Yeah, it's all burger. I don't like burgers today. I don't want to have burgers today. But if I want to have a burger sometime, I'll go to the vegan place. That's a good place, I think. It's quite new, popular. I could get like fish and chips, maybe. Oh yeah, squid is pretty popular in Spain, is it? I'm not too much into squid, but it depends. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's fine. I just think it's a bit too chewy for my taste personally, but I understand why other people like it. Yeah. Ooh, that is. What else? What else do we have? I always struggle so much with deciding what I want to have for dinner. I'm so slow with like ordering food and deciding what I want to get. I really don't know. But oh well. The thing about ordering online is that I can't I can order I can order like child menus, like a children's menu, because I mean when I go to a restaurant I would be too old to order the child menu, but I could now if I wanted to. I could also get decision paralysis. Yeah, I don't know. Why don't you get an apple and boom, healthy dinner? I mean, yeah, apples are good. Could you order apples? Oh, there's this place called it's called Soups and Salads, and it has, big surprise, soups and salads. So maybe soup. I want noodles now. Ooh, yeah, instant noodles. Such a nice way to quickly get some noodles. Oh yeah, I know Blender. I've worked in Blender before. Not too much, but I have worked with Blender. At some point. People just started honking their horns like crazy out here. Oh, is it like a protest or something? Like a protest thingy, or just for fun? The people chasing each other in cars and honking, honk honk, honk at each other. Do I want to get a salad? I don't know. Maybe I'll get the farmer supporters. They fly the Dutch flag upside down and all. Yeah. Then it's probably the farmer protests. Like a lot of farmer protests in the Netherlands right now. Yeah. It's probably that. Alright, I'm gonna decide what to eat for dinner, but I will do that off stream, I think, because it's gonna take a very, very long time for me to decide, and I'm having fun with you guys, but I don't want to like have you guys suffer through my decision process as I try to pick what I want to have for dinner. I'm probably gonna get like soup and maybe soup with like bread, and I could get a smoothie too. I'll see what I get. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, or whatever time it is for you. And I will be streaming again on... I need to think and look up my own schedule. Wednesday, at least. At 11 a.m., I think, my time. Yes, we're streaming again Wednesday, 11 a.m. my time. That is Central European Summer Time. That is very early morning for my friends on the west side of the world. That is early evening for my friends on the east side of the world. We'll be playing Valhalla, the cyberpunk bartender game. So we're gonna serve people some drinks, and I'm very much looking forward to it because it seems like a fun game, and a lot of people seem to really like it. It's not too well known and popular, but the people who do know it like it very, very much. So I'm very curious to see what it's like. I hope to see you guys again on Wednesday. Until then, I will see you guys on the Twitters and on the Discords. Thank you guys again for coming, and until Wednesday, bye-bye! Stanley said farewell. Bye-bye! Oh.